All right, we are long overdue on this Boots on the Ground. I want to introduce you to JT Cunningham. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, sir.
He's with the company Drill Pro. We're going to do a quick tour of his shop. We're also going to do a sit-down version to really dive into what they do, because I don't think a lot of people know that this is going on right here in Caldwell, Idaho. JT's with Drill Pro, like I said. You want to give us a tour?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, let's go through.
So what do you guys make? What do you guys do?
So our main industry that we're in is in surface pit mining equipment. So we build a lot of drill and blast. The drill, anything that goes from the top of the head of the drill to the deck of the drill.
Okay.
And other miscellaneous parts as well for like water well drilling industries. We do a lot of drill steels, subs, bushings, deck bushings, stabilizers.
So these are for people drilling water wells?
So the drill pipe that we're building right now is for gold. It's
for gold?
Yeah, the gold industry.
That's awesome. Yeah. And where's this going to go? What state?
This is going to California.
So the gold rush still exists. So cool.
Well, the gold rush will never stop existing.
Yeah. So I thought you did mainly coal. Do you do coal?
We do coal. So we do a lot of work with the Canadian mines. So they use that really good metallurgic coal.
Okay.
So, you know, stuff that goes into like all the different sorts of types of metals. Some computer chips, and they process it. The Canadians sell it a lot to, you know, the Indian country, India, China.
Okay.
It goes all around the world.
Goes all around the world, the world economy.
Yeah. Yes, and that's with Canuma Coal right now. We do a lot of work with the Wolverine mine, the Willow mine, and a few other different mines up there.
So those computer chips that all the vehicles are missing because Taiwan can't get them to us, that gold could possibly be sourced by utilizing one of your products.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it's
a long way around.
Yeah, in a long way around. Yeah. So whatever that coal, whatever our drill steels go down, and they're, you know, drill steels will, like for the coal industry, you know, a lot of their benches are 60-foot benches on average. There are some 30-foot benches, and then I think they do some 90-foot benches in the coal industry. They do quite a bit of different lengths down there for the drill and blast.
So this goes down the hole they drilled or they dug, right?
So this is a carousel steel. So usually on a carousel steel, they're sitting up in the carousel of the drill mass. They have a starter steel, or they also call them like rat pipes. And then basically the starter steel is connected to, whether they have a bit sub or it connects to the tricone or a hammer bit itself. Usually on a hammer, they do have a hammer bit sub. And then that starter pipe goes down. The starter pipe is a heavier wall pipe. And basically the starter pipe is like an anchor. It's just like a heavy piece of collar to make sure that thing's going straight unless they're directional drilling.
Yeah.
And then a carousel will come in and just finish out the length that they want to go to. So if a starter steel wants to do like say a 25-foot bench, and they want to go and start running like 40-foot benches or something, they'll connect the carousel to that starter steel. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
So from here, what we do on this machine is obviously we load up the drill pipe in there. We shave off about 1/8 of an inch of the ID, flip it around to the other end. We bevel the ends. So we kind of do the old school method of sweating drill pipe.
Oh, okay.
There is a new method of inertia welding where basically you have a huge multi-million-dollar machine, you shove it in there, you spin it real fast, you have your joint in that comes in as this spinning real fast one way, this is spinning real fast the other way. They inertia weld them together, but we're a little more old school, so
yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Still works, right?
I know, right?
A lot of times, a lot of the new stuff, it takes a while to get the kinks out of that system.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes the old way is.
Well, we
believe back to it.
we believe that there's more strength in
exactly
the sweating stuff, and a lot of the mines they still use.
Do a lot of the miners believe that too?
Well, yeah.
Depends
they don't really know about the strength of drill steels, but from our experience, sweating them in works out real great for them. So.
Gotcha. Want to show us the rest of it?
Yep. So This is
Here's the man.
the founder. the founder. So right now we're working on for the cat drills. We're working on a roller bushing right now. So that's the inside of a roller bushing. That's a piece of 4140 QT HT. We machine that down, put some grooves in there for the ball bearings.
Okay.
And then that has an outer, and then once we get the outer done, we test fit it on that and make sure that it spins, and that centralizes the drill steels that go inside the deck of the drill rig and make sure that they're spinning and doing their job without having a huge wobble inside their deck.
How long is that going to be in there for?
Oh, that probably only has about, so this runtime on this piece is an hour with our CNCs.
Okay.
But it's probably only got like another, I don't know, 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So
What
we
are-
do,
yeah,
so
what are these?
This is these are the joint ends for the drill steels.
Okay.
And these are going up to Fairbanks, Alaska for Techline Services, and they sell it to Fairbanks and
What are they mining
These-
up there?
gold.
Gold? Okay.
Yeah. So I'd say probably about 75% of our industry is everything that we build for is for the gold mines.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
we work with everybody from Newmont to Barrick, Silver Standard, the Kinross mines, and we've worked at almost every major mine. Obviously, Newmont and Barrick had the huge merger over this last couple years, so the Nevada gold mines. We do build quite a bit of parts for them, and that's including Cortez, Carlin, Barrick, Gold Strike, Twin Creeks, and Silver Standard Marigold Mine, the Bog Mountain Mine, Kinross. We've done some work for Round Mountain Mine. We used to do a lot of their work. So just almost every mine in Nevada we've done something for. So.
That's awesome.
But
And
these, and these are API threads that.
can I pick one up?
Yeah.
Can I try
You
to
got
pick
the
one?
strength.
Barely. They're heavy, man. It's insane. It's insane how heavy that is. I'm really glad I was able to pick that up on camera. That would have been embarrassing.
Right?
Yeah.
Drop it. Drop it on your
So
foot.
are you guys starting this from scratch? So
Yeah.
you got a big, long pipe in
So we buy all of our tree pan from North American Metals down in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
We have a great working relationship. Been working with them for 20 plus years. They're awesome to work with. They provide some of the best metals that's usually coming from Nuclear or Timken.
Well, they're right on the Gulf too, so
Yeah.
they can import a lot of it if they need to, right? Or is it
they
local?
they do most of domestic.
It's mostly domestic?
Because Timken
Okay.
and Nuclear.
But I guess then-
National Tube that we use a lot.
Oh, okay.
They import a lot from. So I mean, we get some Chinese pipe, some Italian pipe, pipe from a lot of different places and stuff.
But you have to make sure it has the specs that your customer
Oh
needs.
yeah. They all come with a strength standard, and we get the spec sheets, make sure that it's up to date and up to code, and they're
So they send that over. Have
Yeah.
you ever had an issue where you got something that sent to you and it wasn't the right stuff? Where you have to send it back?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
We got so back in the 90s, we got a piece of Chinese pipe that they used to coil them, and they were putting it down in a hole, I think at the Marigold mine, and the pipe, I won't say who sold it to us, but it came uncoiled and sprung out of the hole.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
So that's how important it is
They
for
had
this
to
stuff.
warranty the crap out of
That's
that.
how important it is for you to get to source the right material.
Oh yeah. It has to be great.
And you got to trust the people you're buying it from.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
especially at the mines, because the mines,
Yeah.
they use OSHA and they have their own
Yeah.
MSHA stuff, and safety is everything to a mine. And if a danger happens, especially like a product of ours, like it is not made to standard, and that comes back on us, and that's not good. Nobody wants to have any injuries whatsoever from their own products or from anybody's products.
Yeah.
So we are very specific about what we do and how we go about doing it. We don't make mistakes, and obviously there's occasional bad part, but we try to believe in that 999 rule out of 1,000. So
Yeah.
you don't want any bad parts. So.
Well, great, man.
Yep.
Right here, you got a little bit bigger pipe right here.
Oh yeah, so what this is doing right here is basically it's just a stabilizer for the part that we are running in there. We're running spindle subs in there right now. And so it just makes sure that the thread on this end is running true to the thread that is being bored out.
Because on these threads, is that where the drill head's going? Is that where that's going? Okay.
Yeah, so on a drill, you have your top head or your bowl head.
Yeah.
And so what connects from there is usually either a top sub or they have a shock sub, and I'll show you some shock subs outside. And then from there, you'll run basically a shock sub, adapter sub, and then you run your starter steel or your carousel, and then your starter steel, and then your bit sub, or maybe you might have a makeup sub or a pop sub, which is usually like a pin-to-pin sub. And then you have your tricone, or you have your hammer.
Okay.
That goes into there. And the hammer is, hammer is basically for hard rock ground, so stuff that they're just pounding and trying to break through. And
then once they get through that,
and then the tricone is for kind of a soft, muddy ground, and they're just drilling. And
so they'll use the same setup though. They'll pull it up and switch the head.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
You got another machine over here. I saw you guys.
Yeah. So we have
earlier.
So we buy all of our machines from King Machinery out of Meridian, Idaho.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Brian King and I forgot Brad's last name, but Brad. And you know, we try to buy most of all of our stuff through as much local, and try to give local businesses as much as we can before we start searching out.
Sometimes you have to search out farther, but if you can keep it local, that's what we like to do.
Right. So he's working on the outside of the roller bushing that was into that first lathe. So he's working on drilling out the holes for the ball bearings.
So this is the next step.
Yep.
So
once he gets the holes drilling out here, and this is Dan Schmidt. He's our head programmer, and so once he gets that, he's going to grab it out over there, test fit it, make sure that the balls fit in and spins perfectly smooth, and do all that. So, but
how long's Dan been here?
Dan's been with us about, I think this will be his 9th year.
How long have you been here? Your whole life?
Well, Bill started the business in 1988, and I was born in 1986, so 1988.
You've been here since you were 2. Okay, that's awesome.
Right. He just put a little playpen right by his office. So my mom was the accountant for the long time, or the bookkeeper, and
well, we got a similar.
they had to have a place for me. So.
Yeah, United Metals. I mean, that's how Brett kind of grew up. You know, he grew up in the business. You know.
Yep.
So I mean, and his mom did books. His dad, you know, would do like the operations. You know, and that's how they did it until they could just keep growing.
Hire the crap out of people, and then they don't have to do anything.
And find some good people.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Is this?
Oh, occasionally we work on Bill's project.
I was gonna say I know what this is.
Yeah. Building fence.
Building a ranch, right?
Ranch fencing.
Yeah.
Some panels. Yep.
Wanna go this way or this way?
Yeah, we can go this way. So another thing that we do here pretty often for especially the water well drillers is we break hammers apart. This is our hammer breakout bench. It has 80,000 tons of pressure on it.
Okay.
What we're breaking is hammers like these.
Because they get stuck?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
So they can't break them themselves apart. So they'll bring them here, and they need their chucks broke, or their back.
Are you able to salvage?
Oh yeah, so
you can usually
the
salvage the threads.
Yeah, so the guys bring me their hammers. I'll break them apart. We inspect them, see what they need. If they might need some new, basically like O-rings or wear bands or new chucks.
What kind of head is this?
That's a 8-inch that's an 8-inch bit head right now. So we bought a.
Are these carbide?
Yep.
Okay, I assume they were.
Oh yeah.
And that's got to be.
I wish everybody left me their old junky bits.
Their carbide, yeah. Yeah.
I'd have a nice little bin for you.
Oh yeah, that stuff's worth some money. Is that for the harder ground or like a little softer?
So these are for the water well drillers right now.
Oh,
so
okay.
they're going through everything from rock, clay, mud, sand.
Because they're probably getting busy what's the water well drillers around here? Are you dealing with the local guys then?
Mm-hmm.
So are they drilling year round or they usually wait for the water to turn
Well,
off?
for the last 2 years because of the explosion of amount of...
Oh, because of the people.
Yeah, those damn Californians moving in. Like, don't say that.
No, we're going to just clip that piece by itself. No, I like it. What's this for, dude?
So this is a 15-inch hole opener. So we cut the tricones up we got from American Mining Services.
Okay.
They have some good Shreep tricones that we did. We cut them up. We took a piece of collar, put a box on there, put a pin on there, and then make that. So that's going down and opening up holes for the 15-inch and just tears up the ground. And
awesome.
Make that those really nice little water wells for everybody.
Out here you got your boneyard. You can come get the right size.
Well, you should have saw it before you guys brought your haul
got our trailer here today.
I cleared out, probably somewhere around 30 to 40,000 pounds.
You got some weight in that trailer.
Oh yeah, some bad. So with the mines, so they send us a lot of steels like these to get repaired.
Okay, so was it originally yours? Or
yes.
Is it,
well, most of it is.
And then you're able to repair your old product too.
So essentially, we're about probably the only one of 3 companies in America that I know that does this, especially on the West Coast side. So we'll build this stuff out of that pipe over there.
Okay.
And then originally, we'll put our ends on, and then we'll weld them up, send them out. They'll use them until they feel like they need to be repaired. They call us up. We'll bring in a trailer, come grab them, bring them back, inspect them, see if they're up to size that they can reuse them, and do that. If they're not, then chop them up and send them on to you guys.
And move on. So that's where the scrap comes, like from the little bit of the machining.
Oh yeah.
But when you're doing those big cleanups, it's from the old stuff that can't get repaired. You know. Gotcha. How much? Do you have any idea how much one of those weighs? You probably have.
Yeah. So if these are 30-footers, the 30-footers weigh right around 2,000 pounds.
Okay.
The 25s are pretty common for the 7-inch. Those weigh about 1,850, and the 35s weigh about 25,000.
They're heavy.
They're heavy.
They're really heavy.
Or not 25,000, 2,500.
2,500.
Yeah, 2,500. Yep.
Much the same, the rest of it?
Yep, so we buy, sometimes we'll get good deals on pre-made drill steels, and most of the time we're just chopping ends up and putting on the right ends. So essentially we're just buying the pipe.
So sometimes you get a good deal on this unit. And
if I can ever find anybody who wants the pre-made drill steels, but that's very rare.
Because it's usually so specialized.
Yeah.
Right. So then you have to, but if
each mine, so like on this size, not very many mines run full holes. And this stuff was probably from a mine where, I don't know, in Oklahoma, or a drilling company out of Oklahoma that had them. So they auctioned them off. And
have you been to a lot of mines to like check out what they're doing? Have you got the opportunity to do that?
Well,
that's got to be pretty cool.
I've been probably to 20 mines.
That's awesome, because the amount of equipment. And I see this on BuildWit. It's a page on LinkedIn. He's always posting mining stuff. Their equipment just makes our equipment in the scrap metal recycling world look so small. The size of their equipment is insane.
Oh yeah.
The size of the motors.
So the haul rigs, those those haul rigs.
Yeah.
I mean, that tire's like. You're
insane.
You're probably like a third of that tire size.
Oh, I know. I've never seen one in person, but I've always wanted to. So
we've seen, I think, one of the biggest. My dad took us to Canada, and we stopped out. I think they had the thing parked. It was one of the largest haul rigs there, and I can't remember how big it was, but man, I mean, that tire was probably 20 feet tall.
Oh yeah.
It used to look that way when I was like 10, but.
Oh, I believe it.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen some of those photos, and it is like insane that equipment that size even exists. You
Well,
know?
and it's kind of scary too. So like at the Marigold mine, and this happened, I can't remember if it was last year or just 6 months ago, but one of those haul rigs, they're so tall that you can't even see vehicles that are like 10 feet in front of you. You have to be about 30, 40 feet away from that thing.
Oh yeah.
Because this guy, at the mine, they were having they were taking new employees around, and the guy parked their truck there, and then this was a
he like parked it there to tour
well,
to give a tour.
He was giving a tour, and
Yeah.
he was too close to the rig, and the rig ended up running over the truck, and there was people in there, and they ended up dying. So it's very dangerous.
Oh,
like the size of their
that's
equipment.
awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had like I think like 2 or 3 people died in that truck.
And that's probably why they're so regimented on like all the safety.
Oh, yeah,
Because the stuff's so big. If one thing's wrong, it could really hurt a lot of people, or unfortunately kill some people.
Yep. And that's how we are here too. Is like safety really does come before everything else. So like, especially those machines. Like if you aren't careful, your life could be over in a day. So like when we have pipes sticking out, always make sure that we put the cones on, especially if they're running. So we put orange cones on and make sure to try to do.
And I've seen you guys like move that pipe out of here and in here. Like you guys take it serious. You guys have a system, and it's because that stuff's heavy. Like one wrong move could really hurt someone. That's a nice looking trailer right there.
Yeah, it's crushing my gravel.
I know. We're gonna get it out of here tomorrow. Well, will you sit down with me next week?
Yeah.
Talk a little more. I want to hear kind of the history from Bill's reaction in there. I don't think we could get him on a podcast.
No, and he wouldn't say much other than just scream at us why you guys aren't paying him enough for a scrap.
Yeah. So we'll talk to you, and you give us a little bit of the history, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by.